All right, friends, so we've come to the final chapter. The last chapter of Junie B. Jones is the beauty shop guy. So remember, Junie B. Jones has cut all of her hair and it looks very crazy. And so her teacher, Mrs., has figured this out. So we're going to see what her teacher does to help her. Chapter 9 is called Learning a Lesson. Finally, Mrs. put my devil horn hat back on my head. Here, she said, this will be the only hat you'll need to wear today. I promise. After that, we went back into room 9, and Mrs. told a teensy-beensy fib. Boys and girls, may I have your attention, please? Junie B is starting to get the sniffles, and so I'm going to let her wear her hat in class. She looked at that meanie Jim. All day, Jim. All day. She is going to wear the hat all day, Jim. And no one is going to touch it, she said. Not anyone. I jumped out of my seat. Yeah, Jim, you can't even touch it with your baby little pinky finger. Right, Mrs.? Right, 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 said Mrs. Not even at recess. Right, Mrs.? Right? Mrs. sucked in her cheeks. Yes, Junie B., that's right. And not when I'm getting a drink at the water fountain, and not when I'm bending down to tie my shoe, and not when I'm walking to the pencil sharpener, and not when I'm just plain sitting in my chair, and not when I'm working in my workbook, and not when I'm practicing my alphabet, and not when, okay, we get the picture, said Mrs. I smoothed my dress. Well, all righty then, I said real nice. After that, I sat in my chair, and I worked in my workbook, and I played at recess. And I went to the water fountain, and no one touched my hat. After school, Daddy came to room 9 to get me. I was very surprised to see that guy. Daddy, I didn't even know you were coming to get me today, and so this day turned out to be better than I thought. Daddy stared at my hat. All of a sudden, my stomach did not feel good about this situation. He reached out and took it off my head. Then he closed his eyes. Lovely, he said. After that, he picked me up and he carried me to the car. I tapped on him. Did you really mean it is lovely, or was that a little joke? I asked, kind of nervous. Daddy didn't answer my question. Instead, he buckled me in my seatbelt and we started to drive. We drove and drove for a real long time. Finally, we pulled into a parking lot. I looked out the window. Daddy! Hey, Daddy, it's the beauty shop with Maxine, I said. Daddy took me inside. And guess what? Maxine was waiting for me. She did a smile. Looks like someone gave herself a little trim, she said. I felt shy of her. I didn't turn out even, Stephen, I said kind of soft. Maxine ruffled my hair. Then she put me in her giant spinny chair and she sprayed my hair with water. After that, she snipped and snipped and snipped. Finally, she put gel on my hair and she blowed me dry. I looked at myself in the big mirror. Hey, what do you know? No more sprigs, I said, real delighted. How did you do that, Maxine? How did you do that? Maxine winked at Daddy. Years of practice, she said. Daddy leaned close to my face. Years and years and years, he said. After that, he lifted me down from the chair. So there you go, friends. Junie B. Jones got her hair all fixed up. And he gave Maxine lots more dollars. And me and him drove home again. After we got into my house, Daddy came in my room with me. He took my extra scissors off my desk and he put them in his pocket. Sorry, Daddy. Sorry I cut my own hair, I said. He did a sigh. I know you're sorry, Junie B., he said. I just hope you learned a lesson from all of this. Oh, I did, Daddy. I did. I did learn a lesson. I mean it, I mean it, I mean it. Daddy kissed my head. Because that guy still loves me. That's why. After he left my room, I looked at my hair some more. It was the cutest hair I ever even saw. Just then, my whole face lighted up. Hey, I'm the one who got this haircut started, so maybe I can be a beauty shop guy after all, I said, real thrilled. I tapped on my chin. Yeah, only what happens when I grow up and I have to practice some more? What will I use? What will I use to cut with when I grow up? I looked at my desk very curious. Then I tiptoed over there real quiet and I opened my bottom desk drawer. I searched my hands all around that thing. All of a sudden, I smiled kind of sneaky, because guess what? More extra scissors. More extra scissors for me to use when I grow up. The end. All right, friends, that's the end of Junie B. Jones as a beauty shop guy. Junie B. Jones sure got herself into some trouble in this one, but it turns out she got it all fixed up. So if you want to be a beauty shop guy when you grow up, that's awesome. But make sure you don't try and do anything like Junie B. did. Make smart choices with scissors. Okay, friends? But Junie B. Jones sure is funny. All right, that's the end of the story. Tune in for another time for more Junie B. Love you, friends.